said, I'll sentence him to 1 day on that so that probation doesn't have to deal with that in that indictment. And it just gets it out of the hopper, so to speak. And I give him credit for 1 day of jail time for that, so that sentence has been resolved. The sentence of the court, however, on the remaining indictments, and this one will be the controlling one, Mr. Lawrence, for your purposes and for probation's purposes. 2020 GS 4703, that's the indictment for misconduct in office. The sentence of the court is you be committed to the Department of Corrections for a term of 5 years. I'm gonna suspend that sentence and I'm gonna place you on probation for 5 years. The conditions of the probation are these. I want you to perform, I'd written in more, but because of what you've been doing, I'm gonna cut it. 200 hours of public service. That could possibly be, I'm gonna leave that to probation, but what you're doing with these programs probably would qualify, but I'll let them make that call. If there's additional public service, you need to do that. And that, sir, is just simply to tell society, I'm paying you back for for the stigma I've put on this office, and I'm willing to show you that. The second part is random drug and alcohol testing. May not shorten probation. That's the one thing, Mr. Waters, I love about the probation, because as we know, straight sentences, everybody wants to be typical one that I see all the time. And maybe the legislature will be able to explain to me how all the assault and batteries are nonviolent offenses. Can't figure that out. I've never been able to. But we know what nonviolent means insofar as actual time served. And it is very, very little. But probation is 5 years, and that's part of punishment. People think probation, but they don't understand how it restricts an individual. But I want that. I think that's necessary, Sheriff, to pay back again for what was done. Again, that's the pure punishment part that I believe as well is warranted here. The other is any counseling deemed necessary. I'm not going to spell it out. Probation can make a determination looking at what you've done, and they'll work with the counselors. I think you've made a gigantic step forward in making your life better, and it's reflected in what you've been doing. And I commend you for that, sir, and thank you for that. And I know your family is proud of you for doing that too, because again, you prove that this was a bad time in my life, and I'm gonna deal with it, and I'm gonna do something positive about it. You need to continue to do that. The plea agreement is incorporated, and you must comply fully with the plea agreement, which is incorporated fully by this reference. That is a condition, a specific condition of your probation. You understand that, sir? The remaining indictment, 2020, 4719, the sentence is 5 years. It is suspended, 5 years probation, and it is concurrent. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Your Honor.
Attorney General. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Savage. Thank you, Peggy. And all this will be filed with your office, as I understand.